Hello everyone, welcome to the third session of haloalkanes and haloarenes. Here we will be talking about physical properties of haloalkanes and haloarenes. So note that alkyl halides are colorless when they are pure, whereas bromides and iodide they develop color when you are exposing them to light. Many volatile halogen compounds are having sweet smell. Then melting and boiling point. Here we are comparing that if we have CH3X, if we have CH3CH2X, CH3CH2CH2X. So as you increase the number of carbon atom, you see that the boiling point increases. Okay. Same way, let's say that I have CH3X and I am comparing with chlorides, bromides and iodides. I am just changing my halogen group. So bigger the halogen group, that is if I have iodine, I have higher boiling point. If I have bromide, I have little bit lower, and if I have chloride, it is even more lower. So as the halogen group is kind of increasing from fluoride to iodide, you see the boiling point and melting point increases. So there are two reasons. One is actually when you increase the R group, okay, your boiling point increases, and if you increase the size of your X, again your boiling point increases. So methyl chloride, methyl bromide, ethyl chloride, and some chlorofluoromethanes, they are gaseous at room temperature, and the higher members are liquids or solids. So this can also be seen from the graph here. Like normally room temperature is around 300 Kelvin. So you can see everything below this will be gaseous. You can see gas, gas as well as gas, whereas all the others are either solids or liquids. Then these compounds are polar, that we have seen in the nature of CX bond. So they are polar in nature. So due to the greater polarity as well as higher molecular mass, okay, compared to the parent hydrocarbon, they have intermolecular forces of attraction, that is dipole dipole and van der Waals forces. So they are actually stronger than halogen. They are present stronger in halogen derivative. Hence, they are having higher boiling points of chloride, bromide, and iodide when you are comparing them with hydrocarbons with of their comparable molecular masses. So, if you compare, let's say, a chloride and any other hydrocarbon which is actually of the same molecular mass, okay, then you will get that chlorides are going to have higher boiling points. This is due to their dipole-dipole interaction and van der Waals forces of attraction. Also note that the attraction gets stronger as the molecules get bigger in size and have more electron. So this we have seen already, that from chlorine to bromine to iodine, you see the boiling point is increases. For the same CH3CH2X, you see again here it is increasing. Also here when there are three carbon atom, you see chlorides, then bromides, then iodides are having higher boiling points. So for this game, same given alkyl group, okay, the boiling point will be in the order of Ri will be having highest, RBr, RCl, Rf. Why? Because of increasing size, mass of the halogen atom and the magnitude of van der Waals force increases. Okay, so note that van der Waals force depends on the surface area. So as you increase the size, the surface area increases. Hence, your van der Waals forces are also increasing. Next. Note that when you are having, let's say, more branching, your boiling point actually decreases. Okay, so more branching when we do, that means we are actually reducing the surface area. So when we do that, you see the boiling point again decreases. So note it down that boiling points of isomeric haloalkanes decreases with increase in branching. So more is the branching, less will be the boiling point. So you can see this is an example of bromobutane. Okay, so this is your one branch is here, and in this case there are two branches. So this is one, two, three. So three carbon atom, and on the second carbon there is the bromo and methyl group. So two bromo, two methyl propane will be the name. So this will be having the lowest boiling point as it is highly branched. Next, when we compare para isomers and let's say ortho and meta isomer, we see that the para isomer, they have high melting points. So note this down, very very important. So they are the most stable. So para isomers are the most stable. Reason is due to symmetry, okay, of the para isomer. Because of this symmetry, they fit better inside the crystal lattice. So we will talk about enthalpy of crystallization. So they release much more amount of energy, hence they are much more stable. Okay, that's why they have higher melting and boiling point as compared to ortho and meta isomers. Density: bromoido polychloro derivative of hydrocarbons, they are heavier than water. Okay, so you can note down that C3H7Cl, only this is having less density as compared to water. All the others are having higher density. Okay, so the density is increasing with increase in, note it down, number of carbon atom. More the number of carbon atom, more will be the density. Halogen atom, more halogen, more density. Atomic mass of halogen atom. So if you increase from chlorine to bromine, you see in this case C3H7Cl, C3H7Br. So you just increase from chlorine to bromine. So you see the density has increased. Same way, if you have put iodine, you see again the density has increased. Same way, if you see here CH2Cl2, here this is actually two chlorine atoms are there, and it was actually kind of methyl derivative, you can say, or methane derivative. Basically we have removed two hydrogen and we have put two chlorine, so that is actually heavier. Okay, so that is your polychloro derivative of hydrocarbon. So that is having heavier than water. Same way, if you increase more halogen, okay, that you have increased, another chlorine is added, you see the density has further increased. If you have added all four chlorine, you see again the density has increased. So this is the general trend. So please make a note of it, that density increases with increase in number of carbon atom, halogen atom, atomic mass of halogen atom. Then solubility. Haloalkanes are only very slightly soluble in water. Please make a note, they are slightly or very slightly soluble in water. So haloalkanes, they tend to dissolve in organic solvent. Reason is, when, like for example, it's like dissolves like, so they will dissolve in organic solvent because the new intermolecular forces of attraction, that is between, let's say, the haloalkane and the solvent molecule, will be having the same strength or similar strength, the which were actually the ones which were broken, which were present in haloalkanes and the solvent molecule. Okay, so the ones which are being broken in separate haloalkane. So when you separate two haloalkane, the new bond, that or the new interaction between a haloalkane and your solvent molecule will be the same interaction. So that's how we can define solubility. So they are highly, like they are soluble or they dissolve in organic solvent, but they are very lightly soluble or slightly soluble in water. So that's it from this part. Okay, see you in the next session. Bye bye.